It's SuperStarcraftBros.
Diamond Friday.
Happy Friday to you, Iron Sparks.
You too, Jay.
Let's have no technical issues this time
I don't know
around.
what you're talking about.
Oh, leave a comment down below how your week has went. It's been a busy week.
It's been a nice week.
Technically, right now, if we post this video on Friday, I will be at work from about 6:30 in the morning. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna get out of work at about 8:30, 9 o'clock tomorrow.
And I will be home all day
I
long.
hate you. I hate you. Alright, we got some manners getting thrown out. We got some cheers, and we might have some Brits in the house for this TvP. So without further ado, we do have a battle on Daybreak for you. It's going to be between the red Terran and a blue Protoss. And I know you spotted the names a little bit, but Iron Sparks, give a formal introduction to our components.
Components?
And our components of the versus mode today.
Well, in our bottom left corner, we have our red Terran Scytheria.
Kind of a cool name.
And in our top right corner, we have our blue Protoss TcNiGoNPcP.
I have no idea what to call that guy.
Gone.
From here, because I'm sitting a little back from the screen, I'm going to call him Pop.
I was gonna call him Gone.
Because the C kind of blends together in my
kinda.
brain, so I'm going to call him Pop. We got Scyther. First Pop.
Scyther, no swipey? Or is that Swiper? That was Swiper.
What the hell are you talking about?
Dora the Explorer?
Swiper, no. How do you know the names of Dora the Explorer? How bored were you today on your second day of vacation? You're that bored? Oh, what's on TV? Oh, Dora the Explorer.
Vámonos.
Do you know? Oh.
I didn't really watch it.
You seriously stopped on Nickelodeon to watch? Is it all Nickelodeon or Disney?
I don't know, it's been like 5 years since I saw that show.
Remember Bob the Builder?
Can we fix it? Yes, we
I
can.
think I watched one episode of that like a couple years ago just because I was so mesmerized about how weird it all was.
You should always have talking construction
I'm
equipment.
sorry, if like I had a hammer that could talk, that'd be awesome.
What about a bulldozer that could talk?
That would be amazing. It'd
What
be
would
like,
you name him?
I don't know, what's a good name for a bulldog?
Bully.
I don't know what I'd call him. Maybe Dino?
Maybe.
If I would like pretend it's a dinosaur. Alright, well back to StarCraft. Cybernetics Core just finishing for Pop, and down at Scyther's base we have Early Command Center out with a complete wall off at the ramp. I like this build from Scyther.
And it's a delayed gas, so we know we're not going to be seeing any factory type units or even a reactor or a tech lab.
We'll probably see a lot of bios straight out the gate, and we do have those 2 barracks down, so we'll probably see a lot of Marines right now. And ooh, a very early scouting zealot.
Well, you know, he does delay this expansion going up for a little bit. He's probably going to get a kill. No, not going to get a kill on this
he
SCV.
might if that SCV doesn't watch itself. And actually, a second zealot come up. This is almost like a really light zealot rush.
You know, it's just trying to delay. You know, it's a very good strategy. You normally see the initial zealot and a stalker come out to delay a Terran expand. You know, try to counter out the Terran's greediness. So if this just goes back, kills this SCV instead of following it up here. But he still might be able to do quite a bit of economic damage up here, killing these SCVs and killing the lone Marine that's up here.
Yeah, I mean those 2 zealots were able to get rid of a good amount of Marines.
I mean, it didn't stop the expansion, but it did delay it slightly. Now Scytheria is having to focus on the zealot.
Yeah, and as you can tell, like early on, you need quite a bit of Marines to do some damage. The SCV's playing peekaboo with this zealot as they go in and out of the Thespian Geyser, and
finally the zealot will go down. Doesn't take any additional Marines, but you know what? Now there's a couple stalkers up here.
yeah, we got the stalkers out now, which against Marines are going to be even worse. Oh, unless he walks them into the Marine.
Well, you know what? You can just walk into stuff and do damage.
This is going to be a rough, aggressive push from Pop against Scyther.
Pop's he's not focusing entirely on this. He is expanding behind this, getting his forge up, getting another gateway up, so he's going to be prepared once this is over.
He's not banking on winning from this. He has forced a bunker We get a cancel on that rebuild supply depot.
Yeah, he forced a bunker, he delayed the expansion, he's forcing a lot of production.
Yeah, he's forced the command center to lift off from the natural and float back into the main. This is actually really good early game harassment, but bunker's down.
Yeah, now this bunker is up. Pop is gonna back away. I mean, he's not overextending his welcome.
No, not at all. And he's actually working on upgrades right now. He's throwing out additional gateways. And very impressive from Pop. He did all this off one gateway.
Yeah, and then now he has the opportunity to diversify what he's going with. He'll probably see either a Robo Bay or a Twilight Council throw down relatively soon, I would imagine.
Yeah, and I mean, not only does he have the 2 bases now, but he's forced his Terran opponent to go back into 1 base.
And he was constantly droning, so he's sitting pretty with that. He has Warp Gate. Like you said, he's getting the upgrade. No, right now, the game's in his hand to lose.
Now, I do like this that Scytheria has sent in an SCV to scout around the base and see what was going on behind that initial attack. And I got something really stuck in my throat, guys, so excuse my voice. SCV picked off by these stalkers, and but you know, I think Scythe will be in a good spot. He did decide to switch that command center to an orbital.
He did that when it was down here.
Yeah, oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was command center when I thought.
Alright, so now we do have the Twilight Council going down.
I wonder if he's going to go DT.
You know, I don't think he will. I think he's going to use this as a either a beacon to go towards. That is very unfortunate. He blocked his own command center, but he might use it as a diving board off to get the further upgrades, get Blink, get Charge, or maybe go towards that Templar Archive.
Yeah, because high temp versus a mostly bio army from Terran will do devastating effects to it.
And you know, he is getting all this additional gas, so signs do point towards that upgrade or high Templar strategy.
Zealot legs right now, so maybe we're going to see Colossus tech on the way.
No, I really would like to see him throw down that Robo though.
I do like that we have Marauders in the mix now for Scytheria. These are going to be excellent units for taking out the Protoss units, just dealing that additional anti-armor damage to the Protoss army.
Yeah, and if he does go ahead and get that concussive shell, it's really going to counteract the charge.
Yeah, and but Stim is almost finished. We have 2 reactors going down for Scytheria on his tech structures, and additional gateways going down for Pop. And this will be interesting. Both buildings floating around, none of them quite realizing that the reactor is done. Up. Starport does decide to land. We'll probably see medvac production out of that ASAP.
Yep, there's one. Probably going to get another one once he gets up to that 100 gas. There we go.
And there goes the scouting factory off to its doom.
Yeah, I mean...
So both players are at a standstill now, just staying on top of their macro. Income-wise, how did that initial aggression do?
Well, you know...
Pretty well, actually. Pop's sitting at a lot more harvesters.
Yeah, but Scytheria is... He was momentarily ahead because of the mules. Now they're evening out a little bit. Just looking at the workers lost. 9 workers killed. He killed a lot of units as well.
Yeah, he did get rid of a lot of Marines with that initial push with the 2 Zealots and the 2 Stalkers, and the 2 Zealots are still there. Or not the 2 Zealots, but the 2 Stalkers. And we do have a high Templar attack on the way. This will be a really good call. I'm actually a little worried for Scytheria now because Protoss Death Ball with high temp, that's near impossible to break unless you got amazing micro.
You know, so...
What do you got?
Well,
You don't know, you're just gonna wait?
So he's not electing to go the Robo Colossus way. So he's not going to have to worry about Vikings, so Vikings won't do anything.
Nope.
But he hasn't started Storm, so he's probably going to be turning these... he's going to start Storm, but I guess he's... Yeah.
Interesting. It looks like we might see a drop into the... We will, but there's actually going to be a Zealot there that's going to pick up these Madvacs. Actually, no!
No, he saw him.
Alright, he does see that this drop is going in. He is moving... No units in, but actually these... Ooh, multi-prong attack. He's sent up a small platoon into the main. But no, he decides to drop on this Zealot here. I don't know why.
Because, you know, that Zealot could not live. It was a witness.
I guess maybe he's trying to pull the army back into the main base because maybe they think they're going to drop in now.
I don't know, but he does have the Zealot down at the bottom of the ramp. I'd hate to be this guy, but you know he's serving a valuable job.
Yeah, he's guarding that ramp and also letting anyone know if they're coming up. So he's essentially like the bouncer, but he's like really small and can't really bounce anyone out of the club.
Let's see, Storm is almost done. So if he does that, he doesn't have any.
That bouncer died.
Yep.
Scan down reveals the Archons.
None of these have enough energy to get to Storm.
I like that he's getting rid of these rocks so that if he does decide to go up that ramp, he's not going to get instantly crushed by splash damage.
I think these rocks, it could work either way. I mean, these Zealots aren't going to get a lot of coverage if the rocks are there.
Pop thinks the same thing. He's going to get rid of them as well. The medvacs have retreated to the top. It looks like they're going to try and do a drop. And it does look like he's trying to bait Pop's army away, but it looks like Pop's not having this, and his sixth sense has told him to go back. Actually, no, he's trying to cut off this small platoon. But this little drop army is going to try and break through the cannon line, so we have a multi-pronged battle going on right now.
So this army easily taken care of with the Zealots and Storms, but this is going to do a lot of damage. This cannon has been doing a little bit of work, killed a couple things, but you know, it didn't kill anything, but he might destroy this Twilight Council, but now there are a warping of Zealots coming in.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to clean this up. The Twilight Archives is not going to go down.
No, I would have kind of liked, if you wanted to pick those up and then drop them behind the Templar Archives.
But now that the army's here, you know, this is a lot of Zealots.
Yeah, it is, and I think these medvacs are just going to sit back in the corner and wait for an opportune time to drop again.
You know, I'd normally see this strategy against Zerg, you know, the charge slot Archon.
Yeah.
But,
well, I mean, the charge slot lets you get close to the Marines or Marauders, where their range attack is not going to be, and that's a very long blue snake heading to the Terran sector of the map.
I mean, just looking at it, this is 41 Zealots marching their way.
I honestly don't think Scytheria is going to survive this.
So
he's prepping, but I honestly don't think he's going to survive this. And the proxy pylons are already queued up.
It's really all going to come down to positioning. The Eye of the Storm.
Oh dear. Medvacs. Bunkers set down. It does look like he's going to try and repeal these off. They do fall back to the bunkers.
You know, the sentries...
Ooh, storm down on an army.
But if these sentries should get some force builds to keep this army where it is. I mean, the storms are doing a lot of damage.
Destruction of any SCV trying to repair the bunkers. Bunkers are now gone and wiped out. Supply is just dropping for Scytheria.
Oops.
No idea. And question mark from Scytheria and a GG. So Scytheria loses to a Zealot Archon intense army. With storms. Oh dear, I honestly don't know how a Terran player is supposed to beat that. I guess
don't let it happen.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the only thing you can do, but that's not exactly a strategy.
Or you could get a...
Don't know. Leave a comment down below on what you think you can do to counter a mass zealot. I was thinking ghost, but you gotta have your micro down. So leave a comment down below on how you think these two players did, and how could you break that as a Terran player. Yeah, so write it down below. Hope you guys had a great week. Hit that like button.
Subscribe.
Share with your buddies or buddettes who play StarCraft as well.
Buddettes.
And have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
GG.
GG.